Most of it. What matters is that I'm still passing class.
Okay, as long as you're fast in the class,
C's,
that's good.
C's make degrees.
They do.
They do.
I agree 100%.
Oh my goodness. But usually I stress punctuality, so I apologize for being late.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
So-
Don't worry. We just been warming up and going to deathmatch and everything. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome,
so don't worry
awesome.
about it. Really,
Cool.
no stress.
Awesome. Great.
Mhm.
Could you go ahead and send me your riot ID so I can add you?
Oh yes. Of course. Let me send it to you right now.
Perfect, thank you.
Generic says, ask you if he passes exam. Also, that generic says, hi ho.
Hi, generic. I did not pass my exam, but I didn't. No, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. It's a-okay. It's all good.
I'm gonna turn your volume up a little bit. How does view sound on everyone's end on my stream? Okay, go ahead and say something here.
Hello. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me set up my stream deck so I can go push to talk. Stream
Perfect.
deck pedal. Let's see. There we go.
So, I've been working on homework all day, by the way. And I'm just bad at math. I've come to figure out math's not my strong suit. I changed majors to get rid of all the math I had to do, and there's still like 1 or 2 classes I have to take. So
Oh no, I'm sorry.
it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, wait, let me see.
Just
What
the,
is this?
The standard college experience.
Okay, hold on. Let me try refreshing this real quick.
Excuse me. Oh my god, coughing so much. Alrighty. So whenever you can, whenever you're ready, let me know.
Alright, will do. Give me like a couple minutes.
Feel free, take your time. I'm in no rush at all. Especially now that exam's done.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna close out Discord real quick.
Okay, all good. Take your time. Oh my god, guys, I'm so...
Okay.
Oh. Guys, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, I was late. It's okay. It's okay. All right.
Okay, I'm ready now. You
Okay.
still want me to share my screen here?
Yeah. Go.
Okay.
Share your screen over Discord. That would work perfectly for me. And then I also have invited you to a lobby if you want to go ahead and join. Perfect.
Everything's working okay?
Yep, everything is working fine. Exactly what.
Alright, I'm glad.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, what are we doing here? What's the plan here?
So for starters, first plan is if you could go ahead and hop into the range real quick.
Range?
Just go to the shooting range, and I'm just gonna watch you
Wait.
do a quick little warm up
practice
thing.
here.
Yeah. Have you ever used the range before?
Yeah. I use that as like a warm-up thing.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. That is great. That is great. It's very good for warm-ups, and it's also good for as a teaching tool, because there's a lot you can look at in here. It's a very controlled environment. Works out nicely. Alrighty. So first of all, I would like you to just click practice. Nice. And just go ahead and shoot at the bots like you normally would if you're in game or getting warmed up. And I'm just gonna watch for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I usually don't do this warm up here. I just do the start instead of practice.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The biggest thing here is I want to focus on looking at your counter strafing. And see how that works.
I only know how to counter strafe.
Okay, perfect. I mean, that is a-okay because that's one of the things that we're gonna be going over today. Because it is an imperative part of being able to play at a high skill level that you master that tool. It also makes the game a lot easier, to be honest. Chances are, just by looking, you're already probably doing it unconsciously, but it's just one of those things that, you know, once you figure out what it is, it's easier to do on the fly.
Oh, I missed that.
Excuse me. All good, all good. Yeah, no stress at all. Really, it's just clicking bots and practicing, but I get to take notes and figure out what we can work on while watching. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do, here, and I'll go and share my screen as well so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me go here, share Valorant.
Wait, okay, let me. Okay.
There you go. Okay, so you can see my screen in Valorant. Yes, cool. Awesome. So the biggest thing that I want you to focus on right now is I want you to just like find a bot, right? So it can be either one that's close or one that's like relatively far. I want you to just like walk around and trace its head as you go through, and then whenever you feel like it, like stop and shoot, and then do that and just keep going from bot to bot. And this is yeah, and this is just a good way for me to see how you do with tracking as well as you know, counter strafing, because I have a slight suspicion looking at how you're playing, you already know how to counter strafe. It's just understanding the concept behind it. Another thing I would like you to do is instead of just like walking back and forth and clicking bots, make sure you like walk almost in like a circle around the bot.
Like in a circle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That way I can see like you actually tracing the bot. Because tracking is really important. Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
I'm just gonna go far away, actually. I don't want to stay up too close.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So here, can you watch my screen for a second? I'm just gonna reintroduce. Okay. So like find the bot. Like, so let's say this one close, and like keep your crosshair on its head as you move around it.
Crosshair
like
on the head.
this, yeah.
Okay.
And then stop and shoot. That
okay.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot.
I wasn't sure if I explained it properly, so I figured I would.
I was a little confused. This is actually a lot harder than I expected.
Yes.
Oh. This is so much harder. Okay, so that's counter strafing, right?
Yeah. So the idea behind counter strafing is here. I can go ahead if you want. You can look at my screen once again. I have this very, very wacky big crosshair that I use. It's what I call my funny crosshair. But the idea behind counter strafing is when you're moving in this game, you have what's called movement error and firing error. And those are two things that you can actually see if you go to your crosshair settings. It says, you know, movement error multiplier, firing error multiplier. When these are on, it'll show you how much error you have when shooting and when moving. So for example, if I turn firing error off, this is just movement error. So these outer lines that are moving outwards show the amount of degree that my bullets will go when I'm walking around. And as you can see, it gets pretty big when you're fully moving.
Yeah.
So the idea is, with counter strafing, you're canceling out your movement by clicking the opposite key. So let's say here, right now I'm holding the D key. If I hit the A key and let go of both, it'll stop my movement. Holding A key, I hit the D key, I let go of both, it stops my movement, excuse me. So the idea behind this is if you're able to use this sort of mechanism, you can make really, really quick shots on the dot as soon as you stop. I'm gonna change crosshairs real quick because this one's a little too funny. We'll go to this one and we'll turn excuse me. Moving arrow on so it moves a little bit. Okay. So you see, if you move around, you know, it stays open, and as soon as you're able to stop, it goes all the way down to 0.
Okay.
So by counter strafing, you're able to minimize the inaccuracy of your gunplay while still being able to you know, move around and take quick shots. So go ahead and practice that for a little bit, and then we'll get into the next portion, which is something that's called dancing.
Dancing. All right,
yes, very
dance.
fun. Exactly. And the idea behind dancing is combining what we learn with counter strafing and incorporating that with moving and fighting. At a lot of high level play or higher level play, you'll see people that are consistently moving as they fight while still being accurate in those gunfights. And that's what dancing is. They're using they're counter strafing while still moving around and shooting.
Oh, that was the wrong head, but I was like trying to stay focused on this right here, and I was like, okay, well that one missed. So.
Also, I noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, it might just be the quality, but are you using a red crosshair?
I am. It's just a red dot.
Okay. How does that contrast work for you with a red body?
What do you mean?
So when you're looking at, let's say, a enemy player or something like that, and you have your red crosshair, does the the colors clashing, like, or not clashing, but get lost? Because for me, this is just my personal experience. For me, I try to choose colors that are opposite of each other, so that way when I'm shooting at somebody, it's easier to see that my crosshair's actually on them, and not just like getting lost. Because once again, my personal experience. If I use like,
I can definitely change the color because I don't think I've really noticed. Because like I kind of just, I think when I have my cursor placement, right, I kind of just go with the feeling. So I never actually stare at the dot. It's just there for if I'm trying to like place my cursor.
Oh, absolutely.
In a better spot. Yeah. But what color would you suggest that I change it to in that case?
Well, first of all, go ahead and go to general settings. And how well does the color red stand out to you as compared to some of the other options? If you go to,
I've never tried any of the other options, so I'm not too sure.
Okay, before we mess with crosshair settings, go to general settings for overall.
Okay, general.
Excuse me, I have a really crazy cough right now. Overall general. Sorry, you're still in crosshairs.
Sorry. Crosshair.
That's fine,
Okay.
that's fine. And then here we see enemy highlight color. If you click this, the default is set to red, but you can actually have several options that are meant for people who are colorblind, but they can actually help people who aren't colorblind by giving a more standoffish color against darker, harder to see backgrounds. So for example, I use yellow because yellow really pops at me on all sort of backgrounds, whether it's a light colored background or a dark colored background. So go to mess around with that and figure out a color that works for you. If it's still red, perfect, that's fine. But you might find that it'll be easier to see other characters or models depending on the background they have if you're using a different color. Both the yellows, if you're not colorblind, are basically the exact same thing. I don't know. I haven't noticed the difference.
I was trying to figure out like what the difference was between the two, and I was like,
I have yet to tell the difference, and maybe it's just because they're so similar, it doesn't really change too much. But the biggest,
I do like the yellow. We can definitely, I'm down to like try this out for sure.
Cool. And I like yellow over purple and over red. Purple, the one reason why I stay away from the purple one is because if they're playing Omen or something like that and you have purple on, they literally just blend in with the smokes they throw, so you can't see them.
That's true. That's true.
So I try to stay away from that color. But yellow and red are both very, very good colors to choose. I just prefer yellow because it stands out more.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then would my cursor color be okay then, or should I change it to a different
Yeah, no,
color?
that's fine. Everything with crosshair color and that sort of thing is very preference based. The same thing goes with character outlines and how that looks. I just find that excuse me, with some of the easier colors to see. So for example, yellow stands out a lot better than red on most surfaces, and in just most color schemes. So if I'm playing the game, I'll be able to be like, oh, that's yellow. I can just go whap and flick to somebody. Whereas red on darker surfaces can be more lost because it's a darker color, right? But yeah, crosshair color is just all preference. Usually I'll use white, green, or cyan, and sometimes I'll use red depending on the crosshair. But it's just all preference. If it works for you, then keep using it.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. No, like honestly, I'm down to like try a different color if you think whatever color is like a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, no, red is fine. I just think for like me personally, sometimes. So let's say if I go and change it to red, and I'll get a red crosshair real quick because I think I have one. Let's change this to red. For me, if I'm moving around like this and I'm like trying to shoot at their head and I happen to land on their shoulder, you see how hard that is to see if the crosshair is on that shoulder level?
That's really hard to see.
It gets really, really lost. Even if I'm at a closer angle, like it gets really lost. So for me, that's the whole reason why I changed the color and try to make it something that's like more standoffish.
Okay.
White is okay. Cyan is really good because it usually stands out. It's everything. But
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm gonna do cyan then. Let's see.
Yeah, generally you want to use like the brighter colors, and it changes with player models and stuff. So here, if you want, we can go ahead and leave the range, and we'll hop into a custom game, where we can go over dancing and some other concepts. So we'll go here.
All right, let's do it.
Very cool. Hey, yo, we gaming, yo, Mello, how's it going? Welcome. So who do you normally play when you play regardless?
I use Sage when I go solo queue.
Okay. Gotcha.
Everyone is afraid of
Fade.
Yeah, I play basically everything. I think I have a general mastery of every role in the game, which is why I'm able to coach pretty well. So what role? I mean, obviously, if you're playing Sage, you have a couple different play styles. But what do you prefer doing when you play in ranked?
I like carrying the bomb and trying to go for an ultimate as fast as I can. So I'll just like planting.
I paid a heavy
farm the
price to
orbs
commune with
if it's
nightmares.
safe enough.
Don't waste it.
Just
My ult is
defense.
ready.
I'm really sometimes I get too aggressive, but
That's
I
more
try
than
not
fine.
to be too. Yeah.
That is more than a-okay. Very cool. Okay, so go ahead and let me make sure this gun works. What gun skin do you have on currently?
I have the
Neptune.
was it? It's
Perfect.
the fishy Neptune. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down to this middle area real quick. Excuse me. We're gonna do what we practice what we are called dancing. So first, let me go ahead and I'll stay on the same team for now. So at this wall right over here, just to like practice. In Valorant, there's 3 modes of fire, right? Or like firing. There's spraying, which is, you know, you're trying to spray control and keep the bullets very tightly knit as possible. There's tap firing, which is usually used at long ranges, where you just, you know, you tap intermittently to try to keep it as accurate as possible. And then there's what's called burst firing. And this is the one that's the most commonly used. Yes, exactly. Now you're shooting like 2 to 3 rounds in a tightly knit group. And this is the primary mode of fire that we're going to be focusing on when we're doing this dancing strategy. So burst fire, because of how easy it is to keep those bullets really tightly knit, when you're dancing, which, you know, incorporates the counter strafing. So let's say, you know, we're moving back and forth, as well as this burst fire. You're trying to constantly move and reposition yourself while spacing your bullets in between to be as accurate and concise as possible. Excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah. So here, I'm gonna go ahead and swap teams real quick.
Okay.
And feel free to go ahead and
you
turn
just
on
ran through
the...
the
Oh,
door.
yeah.
Sit.
Go ahead and go to the settings real quick. Go to the cheats at the top right, and then scroll all the way down to where it says auto respawn. And then once that's on, perfect. Okay. So now, essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice dancing real quick. And I'm gonna be your opponent. Now, for the first couple times, I'm not gonna shoot back. I'm just gonna keep moving. And the idea is you want to keep moving along with me as you burst and try to, you know, hit the headshot.
Oh my god.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
This is really hard. Yeah. Oh my.
But this is why dancing is so powerful, because if one person or the other person are both doing it, and the one person is more practiced in hitting these shots, it makes it a lot easier for you to win these gunfights.
I get this now. It's because I need to follow my cursor on your head.
Exactly.
That's what you meant by counter strafing. And then, okay.
Yeah. So that's why I was trying to incorporate the tracing. I want to see how well you were with tracing, which you seem pretty good, in the range. But
because they're not moving.
Yeah, because they're not moving. But being able to trace these, you know, an enemy as you're fighting, can really help, especially when you're also moving. So if you're able to, you know, track that movement, it makes it a lot easier. It's hard. It's hard, but
it is. It's really hard.
When you're playing against somebody in a real game, this is something you're probably gonna come across.
So that's why they kill me when they're moving.
Yeah. The worst ones are the people, because there's this new trend that's going on where people will do something like this. They'll go like this, and then they'll just randomly fire. Please don't do that. It's really bad, but people think it's funny.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll do it in like a death match or something if somebody's whiffing shots. But yeah, essentially the idea is that if they're whiffing shots, you can just like wide swing out and do something like that. At the very end of the strafe. But as a general rule of thumb, just normal counter strafing and dancing will do a lot for you if you can manage to keep moving. It's hard. It is.
It's really hard.
We haven't even gotten to the fun part of it where we start throwing like little crouches in every once in a while.
No, not the crouches. I hate the
It's tough. Now, so the reason why this is so good is when you're taking a fight against another player, within, I'm gonna say that this sort of falls off towards around like Ascendant or higher. But normally when you're fighting someone, if they're within a comfortable range, chances are you'll see them do one of these where they're just crouched and they'll just sit there spraying, right? Or they're crouched and they'll try like moving a little slightly. Really bad habits to get into. Don't do that.
Okay, good to know. I stopped crouching because I used to have that habit of crouching all the time. Like that was a really bad habit of mine, and I broke through it like I think a month or 2 months ago. So I don't crouch anymore.
That's good. So yeah, I used to have a really bad habit of crouching because in CS:GO, crouching does a lot of benefit for you when it comes to recoil control. So if you're like fighting and you just start crouching, something like that, you're able to easily take fights better. But in this game, it's very opposite. Crouching doesn't really do much for you. So dancing in this manner that we're doing right now is a lot better of a strategy than just normal trying to take a fight. As a rule of thumb, the only time you should crouch and spray like that is if you're trying to use something like an Odin where the recoil is insanely high, because as compared to all the other weapons, you know, the Odin and the Ares are really hard to control if you aren't pulling down hard enough, so the crouching really helps. Or B, the second option, if you're trying to commit to a fight that you're locked into and you can't get out of, crouching is a really good option. So for example, right now, if you're like in a close range angle, something like this, and you absolutely know you can't get away unless you kill this person, just commit to the fight. Just go for it. Yeah, it's because if you get the kill, great, you should be able to get away. But usually if you're trying to dance at the range, it's not super beneficial. Dancing is only usually good at these like mid to long range fights, because they allow you to keep moving and keep yourself like, you know, repositioned. If you're at a long range angle like this, you almost never want to crouch, because doing this it not only slows your movement down, so look, if I try moving right to left, it makes it really hard for you to move. Or if you go in and try to like just see if you can body shot me instead of headshot me.
Body shot you.
If you body shot me and I try moving out of the way while I'm crouched, it slows me down so much that you actually can't like get up out of that crouch. So that's why crouching is really, really bad, because if they accidentally hit you, you're stuck in that position. Whereas if you're moving and you're kind of dancing and somebody body shots you, so go ahead and body shot me while I'm like just standing. It's a lot easier to get away. Still difficult, but a lot easier. Excuse me. So the main idea is obviously, we want to go for those headshots. Of course. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the round real quick so that we can get rid of all these dead bodies.
You're or use a gun, whichever.
Yeah, this method of dancing is super effective, especially at these mid to long range fights. So like, for example, if you're playing Ascent, you'll find a lot of angles where somebody might be like down at that mid area over there.
Yeah, that mid area.
And it makes it a lot easier to, continue to move and try to fight them like this at this long range angle than it is if you're just, crouch committing to the fight, because then you're just a sitting duck.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such great advice. Thank you
Of
so
course,
much
of
again,
course.
you.
Now the next,
it's so nice.
Of course. Now the next portion I want to see, I would like, we're gonna do
What the?
Oh yeah, if you go to cheats, the very top setting, there's a bind for ghost. I suggest setting it to something like J, a key that's not used. But in custom games, it's super convenient. Yeah, super convenient to like move around and stuff.
Oh my god.
It's good for practicing
how you're
lineups.
doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Alrighty. So for this next practice, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and swap teams again. I'm gonna disappear on a B site and try to hide myself, and I want you to clear the site as if you're actually trying to come into B, as if you were attacking. So I'm just gonna basically like find a spot, and I'm just gonna watch your screen and see how you clear these angles.
Okay.
Don't use any utility for now, because I'm just practicing to see how you clear angles. So here, go all the way to the back of, let's say the round just started, right? All the way to the back of the barrier. Yeah, and then move from there.
Like over here? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I'll just say, 3, 2, 1, and go, and you can go ahead and go.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a slow walker.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I mean, that's usually good unless you're taking a site quickly.
Okay.
Alright. No, you're fine. So the biggest thing I want you to work on right now, and there's this really fun thing called slicing the pie.
Slicing the pie. Okay,
yeah, slicing the pie. What is the highest level math course you've taken?
Calculus.
Perfect. Awesome. So of course in calculus we all learned about the unit circle, right? Unit circle. It's made out of radians, but we'll go ahead and convert it to degrees. 360 degrees around. The idea of slicing the pie is that you are at the center of this 360 degree pie, and every way you turn until you make a full 360 is a small portion of that degree. So the idea or concept behind slicing the pie is you're trying to take as small angles and slices as you can before fully taking a wide angle, right? So you want to clear as many of these small spots. So I'll go ahead and change teams. So if you're coming out of B, let's say you're alone in whatever situation, you want to take it slowly, because you don't know if somebody's playing in logs, they're playing in market, they're playing here on the stair angle, CT. There's a lot of angles that you have to clear. So you want to take these angles as slowly as you can to make sure that you clear each and individual corner before you come out into a wider spot. Otherwise you'll have an issue where, let's say if you're clearing like this, if I'm here, I'm taking one, potentially 3 angles at once, right?
Yeah.
So we'll take it slowly.
Are you able to see a body from here if you peek like that?
Yeah, so if they're really, really tucked in the corner, you won't be able to. But if they're out here in this corner, you should be able to see my leg. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why most people hide in like the far left, like this over here, because this is fully tucked behind the wall. But that's just another thing, if you're coming out here.
If they're fully tucked behind the wall, they can't shoot you until
until you're right around like here. So here, if you want, you can go in the corner and look, and I can walk out. So if you go into that corner, you tuck yourself really tightly. I'm not able to see you until like about here, but I'll be able to see you first.
Oh, okay, but you can see me first.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like right now I can see like your leg, your clothes and stuff, and you can't even see me because you're behind the wall.
Yeah,
And this is why you know they say peeker's advantage and stuff, because you'll be able to see the enemy opponent before they'll be able to see you. Especially if you take your time clearing these angles. Another really good example of that is like mid cubby up here on cat. If you're hiding in that cubby here, you have ghost stone?
No, I don't. I'm running.
Oh, good. Yeah, if somebody's tucked in this corner and you're clearing this corner, go and just like clear as if you normally would. You can see me before I can see you, so let me swap teams.
Okay.
And just like walk until you can see me. Like go until you can see me.
Okay, I can see
I
you
can't see you from my perspective. You look at my screen. So if you take things really slowly,
that's good here.
Yeah, it's really helpful to know. If you take things really slowly and somebody's tucked in this corner, like I couldn't see you until like your leg was out there. Yeah. So if you're able to clear me, right, and you see that somebody's there, you have a couple options, right? You can try wall banging them. You can call for somebody to throw util or flash. Usually when it comes to wall bangs like that, the more angle you are, the harder it is. So, but the best option is to just like pre-aim for the head and just go bonk and try to take them out easily.
Oh yeah. So it's like
yeah.
Bonk.
Yep. Or if you have a shotgun, just run around the corner and like try to throw yourself in an angle they're predicting. No.
But
Oh, I'm on the same team as you.
that's like I was like, oh wait.
The best thing with shotguns is because they don't really have a super change in degree in accuracy, you can do fun things like jump shooting. So if you tuck yourself in that corner, I walk up like this and I clear you and I see you there. Like, okay. Oh, someone's there, right? You saw me for a second, but I can like jump across and do things like that. And the same thing goes for the classic. If you know that this person's low HP, you can actually jump in classic them usually and be able to get away with a kill. It's easier, so like if you're tucked in the corner, I'm gonna go in and finish you so you low HP. If you're tucked in that corner, or even anywhere at all, and you think somebody's there, you can just go across like that.
Wait, I want to try that.
Now this is very obviously one of those things that's easier on pistol rounds, because they don't have armor. But if you know somebody's low HP, usually, oh sorry, I moved behind you.
That's good.
Usually if somebody's low HP and you know they're low HP, you can do something like that, and try to fight them, with advantage. But yeah, so let's go back to B, and we're gonna go ahead and practice the slicing the pie concept. So that way we can make sure that when you're going out, you aren't exposing yourself as much as other angles. Here, I'll go ahead and swap teams again. And I'll throw myself in a random spot. The idea is you're trying to find me before I find you.
Okay. All right. Did I start now?
Yeah, go ahead and start. Nice, good shot. No, that's fine. So one of the things I wanted to say while you were clearing that, is make sure you try to move your crosshair towards that head level height as you go. So for example, when you came here and you cleared logs, you started clearing market while looking at that same head level height. So you want to make sure you move up beforehand. So you're clearing. Okay. Let's say we're clearing logs. We're looking. Okay, we're done clearing logs. We have to move up before we swing out. So if we're still looking here, if we're still looking towards this logs area and then we go to swing and clear market, we have to, move. And if somebody's there, that distance, I mean, obviously, flicking is great like you just did when you were clearing CT. But if you, maybe happen to miss your shot, it makes it a lot harder, right? So here, we're going to go ahead and run through that again. Go ahead,
okay.
Reset, and then we'll go to the other site.
All right, sounds good.
But these are just good practices to get into and good habits to build. Because the biggest thing for players, especially ones that are trying to climb, at the level you're at, you're considered already high elo. you want to make sure that you get into these good habits and make sure you clear these corners out, because otherwise it's very easy to be punished from players who are either trolling, you know, whether they're trying to sit with a shotgun or, you know, trying to rat on you, or B, players that, you know how to punish others for their mistakes.
Alright.
So I think for the next part is you have to also take into account of certain elevations. So for example, when you're clearing this spot here, this is a very, very common spot to be crouch holding. If I were in this position, you have to worry about certain things. Not to mention, if you're still aiming at head level over in this area and you start clearing towards this direction, if I'm on the stairs, I'm at a lowered elevation, right? Or even if you're clearing stairs over here on site, it's a different elevation. So you want to make sure you take into account the angle that you're clearing for when you're going through. Let's go ahead and run through that once more.
Alright, sounds good.
And don't be bothered to clear B main. I'm not gonna be in B main.
Okay, sounds good.
Unless I'm trying to like challenge you early. But I'm not. So. Alright, go ahead and try running through it. I think the next step with this is increasing the speed at which you clear things. Nice.
Hey.
Hold on. Hey. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. So here we're gonna go ahead and move on over to the A site.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over to A.
No.
It's so much faster. Now, A site is a lot different when you're clearing the site, right? Because there's so many angles that you have to take at once. You have to really sort of give and take like what you're clearing. So obviously, you know, clearing close is good. And then you have to make sure that you clear. So this is where things get tricky, right? Because if you're clearing this angle, you have to take into account both top and bottom of the site. So you have to sort of, you know, predict if and hope that you're clearing the right angle first. Usually clearing lower towards heavy level is better because most players won't be playing up in a higher corner like that. But, you know, it's better to be, you know, safer than sorry.
And this is wall bangable, right? These two boxes here?
Yes. Do you know how to determine what's wall bangable and what's not?
No.
Okay. So here, if we look at this wall right here, if you shoot at this wall, it glows orange, right? See that orange glow?
Oh, it glows. Yeah, it glows orange.
Anything with that orange glow is not penetrable by the bullets you're shooting. Meanwhile, anything with that black hole is penetrable. So if it leaves a hole, that means that the bullet went through.
Wow, even this is penetrable.
Yep. That's why hiding in the hell in this area is really risky, because if you're in this corner tucked, right, you can just straight up shoot me straight through that wall with a vandal. Go ahead and sit. Yep.
Oh, what the? Wow.
Yep. You can even do things like this. So here, if you're come to hell area right here, if I'm all the way up over here on the stairs right here, I'm gonna go ahead and swap teams. Now you have to sort of aim a little higher. There's some weird spots that you can shoot through. They're very distinct. So like, for example, I don't know actually that one, but let's say, you know, obviously if I'm here in heaven. Oh, it's not showing. Here we go. So I'm here, yeah. You're able to sort of kill through that heaven area, right? And there are a lot of different spots that are like this. For example, if you get on top of Jen and you think, oh, somebody's coming through the wall here, you can ping on the map. And this is why having a button bound to, you know, ping on the map is really helpful. So for example, for me, usually I think default is caps lock, where I'll pull up a temporary map. I don't use caps lock. I set mine to 5, so it's easier to just do it on the fly and it doesn't interrupt my gunplay. But having a button that you can pull up the map real quick, click, and then let go and it'll go away is really helpful, because you can things like this where you ping and then just, you know, wall bang or something like that. Or another example is if you have a heavier penning weapon, or let's say a deagle, you know, this wall isn't pennable by a vandal, right? Unless you're straight on, like ahead. If you're straight ahead with a wall like this, you can pen it. Same thing goes with switch. If you're like straight on in front of it. But that changes if you have a heavier penetrating weapon, such as a Sheriff, Odin, or Ares, or Op technically. You can pen it from any angle, even something over here. So like Vandal doesn't pen at this angle, but a Sheriff will. So for example, let's say the door's closed and somebody's planting the bomb right here on site. If you have a Sheriff, Ares, Odin, Op, whatever, and you know that they're planning on that default spot, you can ping it on the map and then just literally shoot through the wall and it'll kill. So here, for example, if I go ahead and switch teams, I set on exactly where default is.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know how to ping on the map like that?
I can hit the map, or I can hit M, right? And then just like that, right?
So M will pull up a map. There's actually another version of it that pulls up a temporary map where once you let go of that key, it'll actually go away.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead and go to your controls. I believe the default is bound to caps lock. It'll be on communication. Or not communication, where is it? Interface. Sorry, there we go. Yeah, default, it says open map hold. The default keybind is caps lock. I don't use that because sometimes I'll fat finger the caps lock key and it'll actually stop me from shooting. So I set mine to 5 because that's a really easy thing. It's right next to where the guns are anyways if I'm using it. I set that to 5, and then when that happens, I click that button, I open them, it opens the map, I ping where I need, and then I let go and it'll go away. Are you having issue finding it, or?
Oh, sorry. I just realized I was push to talk. So
Oh, okay, you're good. You're good.
wait. I was like talking to myself, and I was like, wait. Okay, I have my 5 binded to like this little comms wheel because, and then maybe
That's
I'll do
fine.
6.
If you have something already bound to it, you can just change it. Or if you want, I believe once again, caps lock is default. So if that's comfortable for you, just clicking caps lock, you can just click that and it'll pull up. So you click it, you hold it, you ping and let go, and it'll do that. And that is really, really, really helpful when you're playing for certain spots. So for example, yeah, exactly, you can do that. Let me go ahead and swap teams. I'm actually gonna restart the round real quick. I'll do Killjoy, restart, and then we're gonna go head on over to the A site once again. Now this is just a very, very small example of this use. And how it can be used. It's free real estate. Yo, Miu, how's it going? I have chat redeems and stuff. Hello. So a very common like Killjoy, which when Killjoy's played on this map, is to place it in this corner for A site, right? You get a lot of coverage and a lot of space. However, some parts of the map are wall bangable for this corner. So for example, this metal grate here on the wall is wall bangable all around no matter the angle. So with that knowledge, what you can actually do is, let me go ahead and swap teams. If I place this Killjoy on the corner, so go ahead and I'll swap teams so you can see me on the map. Go ahead and ping where this corner is on the map.
Okay. Ping over here.
And then what you're gonna do, is you're gonna come up to the door at a tangent angle to where it is, so like directly across. And you're just gonna basically shoot through the grate. You'll be able to hear when it hits. So go ahead and ping the corner real quick, and I'm just gonna let you know if it's coming through because I actually see. So make sure you ping exactly where the ult is, because you can actually see on the map, right? You ping that ult.
Oh, wait. Oops. That's right there.
There you go. It's breaking. Bam. Broke it. I was about to pop too.
Oh my god.
So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with that. And that little tiny map button really helps to accomplish these small things. Yep.
Oh, it's so nice to know. Oh
yeah,
my god.
Yeah. And that's just like, obviously one of those tips for Ascent, but it can help on other maps and for more easier things as well. So for example, even if it's not a wall bang, let's say, I'm running cat, right? I'm going cat, and I say, okay, I'm jump peeking or something, and on the map I see the little question mark that's like, hey, there's a person in market or something. I can ping market and ping. This is wallbangable, yeah.
Is it?
So if I stand behind it, I switch team. As long as you see that black hole, that means that you can shoot through it. And some things you can shoot through, but technically the bullets don't lead anywhere, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I see. Okay, the black hole. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like it was showing like a little bit orange for me, so that's why I was like, oh, that's what I thought. But I see through now.
Yeah, as long as it leaves that little black hole, because when you shoot the normal wall, it sort of like leaves like
it doesn't leave it.
Yeah, like it leaves like almost like when you like punch something, right?
Yeah, I was looking for the orange thing, and then when I shoot this, I can see some like little orange. But
Yeah,
it's not, like,
that's just from like the bullets.
Bullets, yeah. That's what confused me. Is that's why. But okay, that makes more sense.
The bullet impacts will sometimes leave a little orange mark, but there's other practical uses of this pinging system. So, for example, if you have something like a I think technically you can shoot through this with the Vandal, but the more practical use is there's this door here, right? You can actually shoot through this door with a Vandal or with a Odin. So for example, if you know somebody's in tiles and you're playing B main, you can actually ping that location. So let me say I'll swap teams. Oops, there we go. Swap teams. I'll say, okay, somebody's
location, right?
Yep. Yeah. And just be like, okay, somebody's there. And, you know, shoot through into tiles. And I might take a little bit of time if you're using something like a Vandal, but if you have something like an Odin, makes it a lot easier. Makes it a lot easier. And there's a bunch of little tiny fun things like that. Obviously there's the very common you know, B main wall here that you can spam through with an Odin. Oops. Where you just, you know, you aim at this wall with an Odin or whatever, Ares Sheriff, doesn't matter. You shoot through that. There's a lot of common uses for it. But it really helps pre-aiming, right? So if, you know, they've repeatedly sprayed through this, you can just ping it and go, and they, you know, hopefully you'll get the kill. Here, well, let's go ahead and switch maps and we can look at this concept from another map perspective. So let's go ahead and go to Haven. This is another very common one that's done. There are a few that are done on defense and some that are done on offense. But it's mainly something that you want to do as like either a setup, or if you're, you know, trying to confirm that you can break something, for example, like that Killjoy ult. So let me go ahead and see. I'll just go and pick raids. Why not? Oh, hi Mew. Hi. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Here, let's see. What's a common one? There's two common ones on Haven that use this ping system.
Garage, right?
There's garage and then let's say mid window.
And then short. Oh, mid window.
Yeah. And technically the one short. So
send you off with a bang.
Let's say, you know, the rounds, this is pre-round. I don't know, we have, I'll go ahead and turn on money and abilities and stuff. Let's say we have, you know, a Vandal, right? This is very common. You're standing here and you can pull up this map, right? If you pull up this map and you can ping the general area of where people might be standing pre-round, it's very common to hug the barrier or even be in that hallway. If you ping that area, and I'll go ahead and fly over here, what you can do, as soon as the round starts, if you ping where I was standing, so like at the barrier, because usually people be hugging the barrier, if you ping at the barrier and then just start spamming as the round starts, you should be able to get some damage or maybe even a kill.
Spam above the ping or like?
Oh, definitely above the ping.
Above the ping, okay.
Yeah. Because if you spam at the ping, you're aiming at like their feet, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but if you spam like, so essentially what you do is you keep your crosshair at like head level, and then you just like ping where they might be and shoot at that head level area.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So ping where they might be. That would be like right here. Oh.
It's very cool.
Yeah, that's really nice to know.
If I go on to defense, there's also this one that's used pretty commonly. And obviously if you have an Odin, these become a lot easier. But if you come into garage here, and you get up onto this ledge, I mean, you don't even have to be on the ledge. You can just be like in garage. You ping grass. you get up to the ledge here, you actually shoot through this wall straight down into their spawn as the round starts. Just have to make sure that you ping right and aim at like the right angle. And they can technically do the reverse back. But so for example, go ahead and ping me. I'll just swap teams. Let's say the round starts. Bam.
Bam, and then
Close. You want to make sure that you're at like a... Yeah, there you go.
oh.
The only issue with something like that is that they can technically shoot back.
Shoot it back, yeah.
Yeah. But that's why using an Odin is better, because it guarantees all the bullets go through. So, you know, if you think somebody's coming there, the round's over, right? You get that kill.
Same thing, right? Yeah. Because I've seen people do this too, where they just do the same thing and they just shoot like that.
Yep. And technically, Valorant has so many of these wallbang spots that if you know where somebody is, whether from information from a previous person or somebody that's alive or maybe information, you can actually shoot through a bunch of stuff. Even this wall here is wallbangable with an Odin, but there are some spots that are wallbangable with a Vandal. For example, this wood right here. So if you come up to the corner where the wood is and you know somebody's like, let's say in, I don't know, the hallway over here, right? If I'm in this hallway and let's say you go to the other side where you're more towards, I don't know, wherever you can spray through. If you can shoot through that wood, you can actually, you know, wallbang. So yeah, let's say I swapped, maybe not that angle. Some of them have like some things blocking, but that, yeah, straight into the hallway works usually. Yep. Like if you think somebody's there, I'm like swap teams.
Oh, that's so cool.
And there's a bunch of things you can do like that. There's even one, let me
Can they shoot back from that side as
Technically yes, but it's really hard. There's like a bunch of like stuff that blocks your angle. So here, another real fun one that you can do is any of these wood like holes, technically you can shoot through. So there's this one where if you hear people in short or something, and you have an Odin, I mean, I think an Odin. Sometimes the Vandal works, but Odins always work. That's like the general consensus. Odins always work because the Vandals sometimes depends on the angle. If you have an Odin, I'll just stand still. You can shoot through almost all of it. I think it depends. Another really fun one that's used is this is actually a post plant spot for B site.
Yeah, I've seen that on TikTok.
Yep. You can shoot through like this. And it goes straight into like where the bomb is.
Yeah.
Very handy.
And then if you want to place a bomb like right here, right?
Yeah, so let's say we place it in the corner. I'm like, okay, the bomb's like right around there. I can just aim for that.
Coming your way.
Shoot.
Coming your way. Just so you can see where that spot is.
Just a little box. You know how there's wood and stuff? You can just get on the little box and be like, okay, damn. But that's why pinging is so important, because if you don't ping, you aren't able to know where that is, right? So go and ping where like the bomb would be planted. Let's say in the corner. Yeah.
That's so nice. Oh my, I want to try this.
It even works even at like a certain angle, right? So if I'm over here.
Does it work with Vandal too?
Yeah, it works with Vandal as well. So if you use a Vandal and I'm sitting here in the corner.
Okay, let me see. I'm putting that right there.
The biggest thing is that you have the only problem with that is that you have to worry about where they can defuse them. So let me go ahead and grab the spike real quick. Shoop. I'll come back to the spot. If the bomb is planted, there's like a radius of where they can defuse, right? So I'm just gonna plant real quick. If I'm defusing this bomb, and I'll swap teams so you can see, I can be over here in like this edge, right? You have to be careful with it. Like for example, you want to make sure like whenever you spray this, if you aren't getting damage, you want to know where they are, right?
Okay, yeah.
So, and usually you can actually hear if you're hitting someone. They'll make like little ticking noises. You know, just make sure that you hit that area. I'm gonna go ahead and end the round before we get absolutely rolled by the bomb exploding.
What must be done?
So here, the next thing we're gonna do here real quick is we're gonna go ahead and run back through the practicing of clearing angles, just to make sure that we have that sort of under control and make sure that it's all concise. So what I would like you to do is, go ahead and end the game phase. I'm gonna swap teams. I want you to go through garage from grass and work your way into garage, and then from garage go towards like C site.
Okay, that sounds good.
And I'll let you know. Yeah. Alrighty, go ahead. These are one of the things that are pretty difficult because you have so many angles you have to clear. You have to be aware of so many small
Oh,
spots.
that's wall bangable.
Yes,
Oh, that's-
that whole angle's wall bangable.
and this
That
is
box
also
is,
wall bangable.
yep.
Wow. I'm learning so much.
Actually, a very common thing that you'll find is nice. A very common thing you'll find is players that play chamber, and I'll go and swap to chamber because it's easier to talk about it if you actually see. It's very common spots for chamber to place his trip at the start of the round, either here or like against the barrier here, right? Those are two very common chamber spots. But both of these spots, or even let's say I'll place them there. All of those spots or those trips are wall bangable and breakable from the other side.
Oh, okay. I
30
see.
seconds
Oh,
left.
whoops! That's fine.
Oh.
That's fine. So for example, here I've swapped teams. I think you can break it.
Okay, I think I should.
Yeah, there you go. So what you can do is everything like these trips have audio have audio, right? If you're at the close enough range.
Yeah.
So for example, if you come to this corner, you should be able to hear the trip that's like behind the box here,
Yeah,
right?
I can hear it. I can hear
If
it.
you hear that, technically by just audio location, you can ping where that it is on the map and then find where it is and wall bang it if you know where it is, right? So for example, the trip
Yeah.
I have is behind that box. If you ping that and you're able to just go like this, you can break it with sorry. Just like that.
Oh my god.
And
That's
even
so cool.
it even works for the one that's over here in this corner. So I'll go ahead and swap teams. If you ping that and you're like able to hear it, you can actually break that one too through the wood. So you just ping it on the map. There you go. Bam, gone.
Yo,
And
that's
this has
incredible.
Yeah, this has a lot of really, really good purposes because do you know strategy names in ranks? So for example, like defaulting, rushing, and those sort of terminologies.
I know when they say default, you just play for picks, right?
Essentially, the whole idea behind defaulting, it's not so much playing for picks as much as it is finding information. The whole goal of defaulting is trying to figure out who's playing where and what places that you can, sort of punish them for doing certain things. So for example, if I'm defaulting, and I find that there's a chamber trip in garage, I can tell the rest of my team to go towards A site. Let's say, okay, I have a plan. Go towards A site. I'm gonna break this trip. I want somebody smoked, like throw smokes on C or something like that. And off of this trip, if I break it, I break that and I just start clearing in and make a lot of noise. It usually will pull a lot of people over, especially because Haven has 3 sites. You should be able to make it into that the other site. I'm sure you've heard people say, let's fake this site before, right? Let's throw a fake.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's very common. This map's super common. The best way to do that is by throwing false information and trying to gather attention, right? And the easiest way to do that is through punishing either a player for swinging or by punishing a sentinel setup. Because usually sentinels, so for example, chamber, in ranked, it's very common for them to throw the same trip just over and over and over again. Same thing, they're just like start of the round, they'll throw that. If you know that they keep doing this, it's super easy to punish this by just breaking it if you know it's there as the round starts, right? You can just he keeps placing this stupid trip. He hasn't learned. When will you learn, old man? Come over here, break it, and then keep on moving. And same thing goes for B site, right? If a chamber throws a trip that's like really close to the entrance on that wood, if you hear that trip, you can just be like, okay, there's a trip to the right or left. You can just ping it and break it through the wall. Yep. Very convenient. And it even works through like some of the smaller edges, and it's like very, very tight corner. I place it like further over. You can shoot through the floorboards because if you look at the floorboards on the inside, it's all made of wood, right? Oh, sorry. So technically, you can shoot through all of this as long as it's at the right angle, right? So if you're farther away, it's gonna go straight ahead, right? If I'm like at an angle like this, unless they changed it so that you can't do that. They made it so you can't do that, but you can sometimes shoot through like at a certain angle. It doesn't always work.
I can choose it. Wait.
It doesn't always
you
work.
Stand right here for me. Just stand right there for me.
I don't think that one
Yeah,
works,
try.
but
Okay.
because some of them are very like one way. So like because you're shooting
I
down,
see.
those bullets are technically going into like the abyss, right?
Okay.
So that's like a prevention tactic they use, but There are things where I don't actually know if you can shoot through the... No, you can't. So some things are like false, right? So like this wood right here on the inside, it shows I can shoot through, but you're never going to be able to shoot through that unless you have like an Odin. Because the other side is this wood, this stone, right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That's why if you see anything that's wood or like a wood pattern or glass, you can always shoot through wood or glass. You'll always be able to shoot through this wood no matter what angle, and the bullets will usually... Yeah, it's going through.
Yo, okay.
Odins are broken, I'm telling you. People don't...
They are.
People are always like, yo, he's using an Odin. They say ill for a reason, because you can just melt people. So here, we're going to switch maps again, and I'll show you more of these like easy breakable spots. One of my favorites actually is on Breeze. This is something that not a lot of players realize. But the Breeze doors at the end of hall for like defense side. So I'll go ahead and select chamber. You can shoot through those, like the door, or at least the panel around the door, for wall bangs. So we'll go ahead and show an explanation. So a very common trip on Breeze for defensive side is they'll just throw the trip at the barrier because they want to set up for the rest of the site. People are very lazy. It's very common that they'll do things over and over and over again. So it's very, you know, easy to predict where they might place their trip as long as they've done it before, right? So here, let me go and turn on cheats. Here we go.
A gift.
The most common trip that you'll find, unless they actually place it up further here, is this trip right here. Now this trip is actually wall bangable through the door, right? So if I have like a vandal or something and I shoot through this door, you can wall bang that trip. Now the fun thing is wall bangable angles are usually you can shoot through them at any ranges. What you can actually do is you can come up to this ledge here where there's like an extra height and shoot down at the trip as long as you know where it is. So here, for example, you can go ahead and ping it. Yep. I need to switch teams, but what? There you go. You broke it, and you'll hear the noise when you break it. That's one of the nice things about Valorant is that they're very kind with their audio cues. So if you break something or you shoot something that's like, I don't know, has some sort of form, so a chamber teleport or something, you'll hear the audio, like an audio cue of it breaking. So here, so for example, if I throw this trip, if you shoot this trip through the door, you can hear like the noise of it from all the way back where you are.
Okay.
Sort of signals that you're able to hit it. So like right now you're hitting it, but if you shoot like right here, I'll just stand on top of it. A little bit lower. And more to the right. A little bit more. There you go, you broke it. But you can hear like the difference in noise when you're not shooting something, when you're actually shooting something. So they're very kind.
It's hard for me to tell.
Okay. There. It's easier if it's a trip, right? If I throw the trip in the corner and you just like here, I'll swap teams so you can see it. Ping it there.
Okay.
Swap back.
Yeah, fine.
If you just shoot that, you'll be able to hear it go like a break noise.
Trap destroyed.
It's like right there, you broke it.
I still couldn't hear it. I don't know, am I deaf?
No. It's a very, very slight thing. Fortunately enough, some characters actually have audio cues, so they'll let you know if they broke it. So for example, like Sova, if he uses a shock dart to break a piece of utility, he'll actually have an audio cue that's like trick shot or something like that. That helps you know if you've broken utility, and that's very common for lineups on like Icebox and stuff. Yeah, so this pinging system can also be used for pre-firing goggles, right? So if I go and swap teams real quick so you can see, a very common spot people play on Breeze, for example, is this pyramid over here, right? They'll be peeking this like angle here.
Yeah.
If you're able to ping that, you'll know exactly like, or not that angle exactly. It's more like out a little bit further. It's like here. If you're able to know where that is and ping it, you can pre-fire that angle as you come around the corner. And this is the sort of stuff where people start being like, wow, this person's cheating, when you're actually just using information on the map to get that advantage.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, you can ping it, you can be like, oh, you know, there's somebody there, and start wallbanging.
There, right, and then ping, right. Think that. Oh, wait, yeah, it is right there. Wait, kind of there at the same time. Like over here in between the A
Excuse me.
Oh.
And there's a lot of different spots like this. But yeah, ping system really helps.
Oh.
Another really fun
that's
thing.
really useful.
Oh wow, okay, I just looked at your map. Holy smokes, we're gonna fix that real quick.
Okay.
The map gives the most information that sometimes I literally would just play the game without looking at my screen and more so looking at the top left of the map. So really quickly, go ahead and turn it on to keep player centered off. And turn that off. Yep, and then go ahead and click rotate's fine. Change the minimap size to something like 1.1 and then the zoom to 0.9.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. And when you look at the map, you can see the entire map.
Oh,
See everything.
Yo.
So this is really convenient now. So for example, if you're over on a site right here and I'm all the way over at, let's say, elbow on top of this box here, I'll go and swap teams so you can see me. With the way your map was earlier, you wouldn't have been able to see me on the map. You would have just had to like visually see me, right? So go back to like right about there, to that ping over there. If I swap teams right now, and I go like this, and you see me within your line of sight, you're gonna see like a little icon pop up on the map.
Yeah.
That'll show like, oh, there's a player there, right? And if you know, if it's very briefly, it just shows a question mark. But you should see like a player icon of like the enemy, right? Like I see right now, I see Sage.
I see chamber.
Yeah, if you see somebody that's really briefly, so right now, let's say I disappeared, a question mark will stay on the map for a brief period of the time. If you're able to see that, you can ping that. And let me get back up on top of the mark. You can actually ping that spot where that player was located and either communicate with the rest of your team or say, hey, there's somebody there, and try to like, you know, wall bang or something like that.
Okay.
So these are just like smaller, little higher level tips, but having the full map is really important because if you're all the way over at, let's say, a site, and it's more so commonly used if you're a controller rather than a sentinel, because if you're a controller, let's say Viper, and you're trying to help the rest of your team, you can, you know, tell where people are at the other side of the map and use your utility even if you're not there. Same thing goes with like Omen, Astra, whatever. So for example, if let's say I'm all the way over at B site, right? And you know, I'm all the way over here and I have a buddy and I'm playing controller or something, and I need to know when to put the Astra smokes off. So let's say we've agreed, hey, I'll put this smoke up here and be main off of contact. If I'm sitting at B site or A site, excuse me, I'm just looking at the map and I see somebody, whether it's a question mark and stuff, I don't need my ally to communicate to me that there's somebody there. I just know, right? At that point, I'm able to tell and say, hey, somebody's in that position. So. Yo, Ethan, how's it going? And that also goes for like other random angles. Using this, looking at your map, have you heard of something that's called jump peeking before? Have you tried using it before?
I haven't tried using jump peeking, but I have heard of people saying jump peek.
We'll go over that right now because it's another really super OP thing that you can do that gives you a lot of information. The idea of jump peeking is briefly jumping and like strafing back in so that you're able to get information with that jump, right? So you want to like throw yourself out and come back in. So here, if you look at my screen, I'll show you how it looks. So you can either do something like this where you like jump out like that and briefly like take vision. So let's say I'm trying to look down here, right? Whoop, down there. I'm looking down there. I can like jump peek out and come back in and be within safety.
Okay, so
yeah. So you just jump and you basically use your keys. So if you jump out using, let's say, D, you're gonna click A to get back in. It's sort of the same idea of like, it's the same idea of like, I'm sorry, W and A, excuse me. So you jump out with D. So let's say I jump out with like that. You want to swing back in.
Okay, so like,
yeah. You also want to use your mouse. So here, so for example, if I jump out using W right here, and I hit A to go left and swing my mouse, it lets me so I get back in faster.
Okay, I see what you mean. Wait.
all good.
Wait,
so here, look at my screen, right?
Okay.
So
I'm looking.
I'm holding W. Right?
Yeah,
I'm holding W. I jump, and then as soon as I jump into the air, I hold A, keep holding W, and I move my mouse, right? So it swings me at an angle. I'm looking backwards now, right?
Oh.
That just
like
makes
that.
it, yeah, that makes it so that it goes, not only does it go faster, but you're able to get a lot of information like that. So for example, if I swap teams and I got all the way down here and you're doing this, right? If you're jump peeking like that, look how barely, like, if you look at my screen, just like, I don't know, jump peeking, right? Look how briefly for a second I see you, right?
Yeah.
Reacting to that is very hard. Very hard. Not to mention, not only is it hard for me to react to, but now that you've seen me, if you look at your minimap, I'm going to show up on the minimap when you jump peek.
Oh,
So you
yeah, I
should see the
that.
little question mark, right? So you can use this strategy to communicate with your teammates and say, hey, there's somebody there. Be ready for a fight. And this can be used in all sorts of manners, whether it's, you know, on any map. If you're able to get into a spot that you can jump peek, whether it's something like this, let's say I'm backside here, I can, you know, jump peek like that. I can see the entirety of main while being safe and reacting to it. So for example, if I come over here, I'm trying to look at you while you're jump peeking this, reacting to this can be extremely hard. You don't want to do it from like the yeah, that corner.
Oh, like
looking
right here,
to
right here. Okay, okay. Oh, I see, okay.
yeah, so
Oh,
not necessarily there, but like more here. I'll just look at my screen real quick and
Okay,
go towards A main
Here.
or B main, excuse me.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. So the reason why you want to be careful with this is because this wall, if I'm at an angle like this, you can technically shoot through it from most sides. That wall's very wall bangable, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So what I can do is if I'm in this corner right here, I can just like jump peek like this, and I can see you get really quick information and be like, okay guys, they're coming out B, and then prepare for a fight, right?
Okay, I see. Jump up here.
Do you want to do it from like a very far back angle?
Oh, from very far,
Nice.
like-
It's like right here, like I can barely see you for a second when you jump. As long as you see the main area, you're fine, and you can get back to safety. Like right now, you're cutting yourself short. It's like go a little
I
out
see.
further, and then you can. Yeah, there you go.
Too further that time.
You know? And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, right? This is something that like I just do because it's natural to me. You can also do this for closer ranged angles as well, right? Let's say I don't know if somebody's backside where you are, right? Like, you know, I can see you now, but I don't know if somebody's holding this angle, right? I want to make sure somebody's holding the angle. I can just quickly jump peek, see them on the mini map, and be like, okay, somebody's here. Now ping and go. It makes it very easy for you to take hard to take fights normally, right? So if I'm like, you know, if I'm not pre-firing, I'm not ready for a fight. Let's say I'm just like, you know, holding this, and this really works well against oppers, right? Because oppers usually will be like, you know, they'll be doing something like this, something cringe, where they're crouch holding, and they're like, hey, there's a person that's like there. If you see me crouch holding, right, and you're like, okay, there's an opper there, you have, you know, a couple choices of what you can do. You can either like figure out how to take the fight, whether it's pre-firing me or like jump swinging across or something. Just make it so that it's a lot different or a harder fight for me to take, right? Yeah, like if you do that, I'm not even gonna be ready for that. That's especially if I'm zoomed in, right? Because if I'm where's my outro, I'll just use this one.
Okay.
If I'm zoomed in, right? I'm like double scoped in, unless I, you know, am able to like really quickly react to it, which, you know, if I'm aiming at like body level or something, you jump, I'm like, okay, what the heck? And that goes for any angle, right? So if I'm, you know, if I'm holding all the way back here in the B window, whoops, and you're playing on B site, and I'm holding like an angle, I don't know, like towards the pillar right here, right? If you jump peek the pillar, you see me, you can reposition yourself at the other side of the pillar and pop up somewhere he's not expecting you to be and take that fight, right? So you see me there, you can run to the other side and be like, okay, I know where he is, he's still holding. If he's not ready to reposition, bam, it's a free kill, right?
Bam.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, Axel, how's it going? So there's just small little tips and tricks that can really help level up
No,
your
that's
game.
really helpful.
Yeah, of course. All right, so now we're gonna do the fun part here. Let's go and leave the match. And we are going to hop into a rated game. Make sure we're on.
Let's go.
Texas, Illinois, that works. DM. I don't need good ping. I'll go in and queue up these servers as well. Perfect. But yeah, these are just small things that can help. Hope you don't forget all this later. Actually, I'll be uploading the VOD to YouTube after a day. I think that's the limitation. Something like that.
Let's go.
So
Yeah, that is 24 hours.
yeah, 24 hours. So if you want any of this information, it'll be on YouTube. I have most of them up on YouTube, but some of them I had to delete because did you know once you end the stream, if you don't click stop streaming and you raid somebody, it still records. I forgot that, and at the time I had this overlay where it would show Valorant, right? Or it would show like the right client. And I wasn't paying attention, so I'm just sitting there like putting in my password right. And I forgot that I wasn't sure if I was putting it right, so I just clicked show password, and then after I edited stream, I was like, oh no, that's out there now. So that VOD is gone forever.
Match found.
There we go. Hi Mew. Hi. How are you?
Oh, I play as chamber on this map.
Okay,
Mine's my
pause.
chamber map.
Hey, I can see how you play chamber then. Perfect. That's good for me. It lets me figure out the right options of what to say, and I'll do it. I'll go ahead and first of all, I don't know about you. Anytime I'm in an unrated match, I mute the other teammates, because you think ranked teammates can be bad. Unrated teammates can be even worse. So yeah. I'll go ahead and play Omen.
I am the beginning. I am the end.
Arf, arf, arf. Hi, Mew. Bow wow. Bow wow wow. Bow wow 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 wow. Alrighty. It's so cute when you coach. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so. I need to get me a couple lessons from you in the future. Now that I got better at paying job. Oh. Hello. Oh my goodness. Be happy to help. When am I getting coached? One of these days, Axel. One of these days. Sometime. I just don't have the time anymore, unfortunately. Been trying to figure out time, but it's hard. It's tough.
I shouldn't have to say this because
Alrighty.
you know, my vibe.
Okay.
but
What I like to do
take care of
here
my explosions.
is
Yes.
Oh, a connoisseur, a shorty connoisseur. Okay. I'm the same way, pistol rounds. On chamber, personally, always better to, in my opinion, to go sheriff shots and a trip, because you can get the most value out of it. But if you're playing like an absolute rat and you throw your trip in, like let's say you throw your trip here and you play the shorty close, oh my god, free kills.
yes. Oh my
Absolutely.
god, I love it. I'm gonna do that right there.
Yeah, perfect. Do I have an
I'm so
application for
excited.
him? I do not yet, unfortunately. I haven't worked on that at all.
Love
So.
shorties with passion. They're
It
so
is
fun.
it is my favorite gun in the game, high key.
Same. Oh,
Because it does stupid damage for no reason. I think they're going to the other
does.
site.
they're going A, you said?
Yeah. That's another reason. Now you can see the map and you can say, hey, we lost 2 players at A site.
This one B.
Yeah, they might be baiting then.
Yeah, there's some that RB long.
So it's so funny, haha, man. It's
Last
so
one's B
funny.
long.
Alright. The best part is you get that kill, you can just grab their gun, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just grabbed.
So funny. It's so awesome. Now, the tip and
So
trick
many
when using a shorty on pistol round, and this is something that a lot of people don't do when they have a shorty. With chamber, if you should have a couple credits to buy, like, I don't know, some shots, sheriff shots, right? I think on pistol round. But if not, what you want to do is drop your shorty in a corner or something like that, or like, let's say I'm playing Kuka, I'll drop it on top of the box and I'll buy a classic, and then as the round starts, I'll drop the classic for the shorty, so that way if I run out of ammo in the shorty and they're still fighting me, I can grab the classic really quickly and have another gun to
You're
fight
right,
with.
you're right. Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna start doing that from now on.
Yeah. That's like anytime I use a shorty, regardless of like the round, unless it's like, you know, I have a primary gun and I'm using the shorty as a secondary. I always try to have that that classic as a backup, because the shorty is only 2 shots, right? If you either A, use 2 shots and get a kill, or B, you whiff, you want to make sure you have a backup, because otherwise you're kind of just lost. Beta showers. I'm gonna re-smoke sword. Oh my god. I think they force. And they're already out showers.
Spike
Got this
planted.
person. Ooh, let's
One
go.
enemy remaining.
Wow. Okay. Everyone died. That's funny.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Fun thing you can do with chamber. So very common setup. I'm sure you've seen this one where you do like a TP in U-Haul and one in like B cubby. You can TP between sites, right?
Yeah.
That's very
I
common.
use that.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're playing, let's say A site, and you have those TP set up and you can't teleport to B site because they have B site control or they're pushing hookah or something, what you can do is you can grab that TP, and if the cooldown's short enough, you actually, if with this TP and lamps, you can place your TP in the teleporter if you teleport, and then be able to take that fight and TP back.
Yo,
a lot of
that's so cool.
a lot of fun strategies you can do with chamber.
That's awesome. We're bonusing here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cover going out.
So right now you can see the Reyna eye at the other side of the map, right? We can see
I
they're
saw that, I
fighting
saw that.
showers. We saw there's one
Yep.
short. So I'm throwing
Oh,
smokes
there's three
already,
there.
right? As a
Okay,
controller, even
I'm
though
rotating.
even though I have comms off, right? I don't need to hear them to be able to know what's happening right now with it
Yeah.
across the map. And that's why having your map so big is very helpful.
Oh, they walled us off.
That's fun.
Traveling. Stealing sight.
There's one right here. One right here.
It's a Sage. She's tagged really hard. Ooh, that Sky Flash was great. I don't know who threw that, but
One enemy
One
remaining.
bathrooms. Last one bathrooms.
Last player standing.
Nice. Let's go.
got it. Oh my goodness.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Is diffused.
Whoa. Excuse me.
The nightmare.
Another thing with wall bangs. Did you know if you come U-Haul over here, Snow, thank you so much for the host. If you come U-Haul over here, this wooden line right here, you can actually shoot through with any gun, technically.
Oh.
So if you think
That's so
somebody's
cool.
over short and you ping them, you can actually shoot them through this little bar.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, there's some very small things you can do on most maps. If it's wood, you can basically shoot through it, as long as it has wood on the other side.
They are so dead.
Alright, let's see it. Peek me again. Do it. Okay,
I'm
Arena's clearing
saying.
it.
Cover going out.
Okay,
My
they
Final
go in
Fantasy
belong.
14 raid got cut short, so I figured I'd say hi and give you the host. Thank you, thank you. They dropped Spike.
Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining.
Wow, he got ACT. Be sure. Let's go.
Oh, so blind.
Deep breaths.
All right, let me go ahead and
hearts are
pull up
pounding.
your stream. Yeah, your setups aren't bad either, which is good.
Sorry, my what?
Your setups, as far as like your chamber setups.
Oh, thank you.
I'm honestly, in my opinion, as a Sentinel player, I'm not a super big fan of the TP setup where you have one that goes across map, because it's very easily punishable, right? If you
Yeah, it
teleport to
is. I
support
agree.
B and they have a raise or something, they're just gonna nade that cubby and you're kind of dead, or they'll break it and you're stuck in no man's land if you don't have like a backup. So I'm not a super big fan of the teleports, but oh, you're doing that one. Okay, I like that one. That one's good.
Sorry, you taught me something to do, so I'm happy.
It's very fun.
Satchel out.
I'm just waiting for
Now,
them.
for example, let's say I'm just gonna. Oh, we found one.
Oh, there's
gonna-
one there.
Bait. See if anyone's out there. Because chances are they're just sitting back. Now they killed on A, so you can actually just TP back. It's so good. It's so
nice.
good.
It's so nice.
Oh, there's one market. I was looking at your screen.
Don't worry. 3v2, so I'm chilling.
Of course, of course. One was market and the other's unknown.
Where's Market again?
Market is this area over here.
Oh, okay.
And it goes all the way over to like mid.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Last one's on top.
Spike down
The
A.
boxes.
Spike is A.
Cutting their vision.
Well done. Good stuff.
Thank you, thank you.
Of course, of course.
Thank you.
Of course, of
Oh,
course.
I like this. Oh,
Reloading.
I want the
This one
Oni.
is so bright.
Let's go.
Don't worry.
Yeah, that TP is so nice. I'm gonna use that from now on.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things that you can throw into the mix. Do you know what the term conditioning is?
No. At
Okay.
least not.
So in the in Valorant, conditioning is a term that's used when you are making it so that the enemy team recognizes a pattern, right? Or maybe doesn't recognize a pattern. So for example, if you TP like that every round, eventually they're gonna start holding the teleporter and try fighting you, right?
Yeah.
And so you basically condition them in that sense to expect somebody to teleport every round.
Yeah.
Now using this this form of conditioning, you can actually like get a lot of really fun plays, whether it's you know, throwing fakes and stuff or that sort of thing. So for example, let's say you have an Omen on your team, right? You've been doing this teleport play every single time.
Last player standing.
Eventually what you can do is you can do the TP play. Whoop. You can do the TP play with Omen where he just like jumps backwards and TPs, and they'll just hold it because they think it's a real person. Well, meanwhile, maybe at like Belong or Showers or something.
Yeah.
It's really good for setting up fakes and stuff, and it's also good for making it so that you're constantly putting the enemy on their toes.
For sure. Another one that I like to do, I don't use it often, it's only, because it usually only works once, right?
Yeah.
And then you just clear it, because I like to go up here.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Claw through them.
I like it. I like it.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, looks like they're going A short. I'm gonna rotate.
Going out. Cover going out.
Yeah, 2 A short.
Ooh, another thing I would suggest when playing Chamber is, I mean, I saw you do it just now. As soon as you're not in a situation that you can use your TP or you've already TP'd, make sure you grab them. 'Cause if you don't, and they happen to break the teleporters after the charges come back up, you actually will have an additional 30-second period where you will not be able to like use your teleporters. Oh wow, I whiffed.
Planted.
Nice shot. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, thank you.
Last player standing.
You will not kill my allies.
Oh, I want to go up there, but...
All right, 6K incoming. Let's see it.
Oh, there's 2 there.
That wall's going down. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's just unfair. I don't know. That's just RNG.
Yo.
Nice try. NT.
That
Holy
was
smoke.
wild.
Yeah.
That was a great shot. Hit the lottery.
Yeah, for real. Holy smoke.
Oh my
Buy
god.
a lottery ticket. Oh my god.
That was kudos to them. That was good.
Yeah, that
good.
was good on their part. So yeah, you know when you TP, you have like a 20 or 30-second cooldown on those teleports,
Yeah.
or
I
when
do.
you recall them. When they get broken, they also actually get a cooldown for even if they haven't like they've been used recently. So if you use it and you don't think you're gonna be able to use that teleporter again, just grab it so that way you can place a new one and be able to use it within like your proximity.
One was belong, by the way.
Okay, I'll smoke Belong then. Give you a nice smoke to hold. Or you're just
Hey.
don't need it.
One enemy remaining.
Reina's just running them
Spike
down.
down A.
Yeah. Oh, they saw some.
Careful.
Let's go.
Blinding.
Nice.
There we go.
Their backs will be towards at least one of us.
Why are we surrendering?
Oh, I
Huh?
don't know. Why are we surrendering?
Very curious. Yeah, these guys are bullying this. Like, oh my god.
Oh, wait. Oh,
I don't know why.
What was that? I'm not even in chat.
I don't know.
What is it? What's happening?
Good question. What is happening?
Oh, nothing here.
Nope. I think
Oh,
they're
there's some
probably
short.
going towards A. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shadows traveling.
they're going through short.
Oh, Reina's good for like 3. Wow.
Ooh.
They didn't realize. Oh no!
Spike down A.
Sorry. No.
The Reina started running with them like he was on their team, and they didn't realize until after
Oh
he
my
pulled his gun out.
One enemy remaining.
Results.
Okay, Reina.
Cutting their vision. Still inside.
I like this guy. I like the way this guy's playing. Oh my god.
Yo.
He's an asshole. I love it.
Last player standing. 30 seconds left.
Do it. Go for it again. Go for it again.
Yo.
I'm egging him on. Oh my god. He is a bully, but it's fine. He's having
We
fun.
know what we're doing.
Having
Trust each
fun.
other and we'll be fine.
Oh my god. Do you have any other questions, by the way? Could be about any agents or, you know, anything.
At the moment, I don't. I'm like trying to retain all this information that I've
Okay.
learned from you.
That makes sense.
Oh.
It's usually how it goes.
If anyone in chat has any questions for you, people let me know as
Yeah,
well.
feel free. Or you can just slide on over to my chat and ask me here, and I'll be able to answer either way.
They are so dead.
Oh, come
64?
on. We see the head. Phoenix, peek me. They're still there. Yo.
Good TP.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how I missed that. I'm so sad.
All good, all good.
Face your fear!
Spike down B.
One still A.
Teleport's ready.
Reloading.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Last one's
Wow,
go.
okay.
Oh.
Alright, went quick.
They didn't actually think that would work.
I'll make them remember. They're only human.
Alright.
All right. Sitting here trying to figure out why I have so many Discord notifications, and it's just I'm in too many Discord servers. That's just it.
Oh. Mute them, you know?
Oh, I do, but sometimes I forget to like mute the everyone or something, and so I get pings from people going live and stuff. Who's messaging me? I'm like, oh, no one is.
Enemy spotted B.
Oh, you just better. Okay.
Oh, so cool. I should have TP'd. I should have TP'd. Thank you for the trade. Thank you for the
Spike
trade.
down.
Yeah, as a general rule of thumb, whenever playing chamber, unless you're like completely confident in taking another fight, it's usually one of those things where the TP is good for just one and done, right? You get that shot, gone,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
can
I
like
got too greedy
reposition.
there.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I was teaching somebody who's playing chamber recently. They actually work for Riot.
One enemy
And so
remaining.
he was trying to learn how to play chamber. I was like, okay, yeah, make sure you just like get in and get out, because if you sit there and try to greed, chances are you're just gonna punish yourself instead of actually getting benefit out of it.
Last round in the half.
I actually played against a chamber like that yesterday, where he was just like he ego fought. He got one and just kept trying to go for more, and he just died and lost the round for his team.
Yeah.
I mean, I was celebrating. He gave me a free kill. Oh. So what is the biggest problem you've come into when playing in ranks currently?
Joke's over! You're
That's a
dead!
very good question.
I'm just trying to think if I can,
I'm trying to think as well, because oh, hey, they walled me off.
Oh, I wish.
And TP out
And
there.
I threw all that util at you too. That's funny.
Yeah, it did. They're going B.
Yeah, because if it, I'm trying to think if I can make any suggestions as far as how to deal with toxic people or anything like that.
Oh, I just mute people who are toxic.
Oh, of course, but not necessarily toxic, but like bad players. I don't know.
B.
Okay.
Still in sight.
Okay, Sky, I see you, Sky. Yeah,
Last player standing.
I know exactly where you are.
let's
30
see.
seconds left. Spike planted.
I feel like what you taught me kind of just helped me a lot of getting better. Like, especially, I felt like counter strafing, I never really knew how to counter strafe. So understanding the basics really helps a lot.
Yeah.
The wall bangable
Switching
parts
sides.
as well. I never knew what was wall bangable and what wasn't, so
Yeah.
never really attempted it.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And like the map thing that you just helped fix for me is like really nice too. So it's like I feel like you already run through everything that I need to
Perfect.
really just work on more.
Perfect. I mean, hey, that's good. That's the goal. If that's everything, I mean, you're set for victory, huh? So that's a good track to be on.
I'm trying to think about else because like I know what's it, cursor placement is something I need to work on more as well, right? But for that it's just a lot of practice, getting used to placing it in the correct place and like
Absolutely.
just playing a lot.
Yeah. Slicing the pie, like taking your time with those angles can definitely help because it gives you more time to think of where you need to actually place your crosshairs and what you need to do in order to make things work out.
Reloading.
Alright, now peek me one more time. Okay. Just gonna leave.
Reloading.
Coming for you guys.
Reloading.
Reyna is long.
Okay. I'm waiting for my smoke to come up so I can smoke her and then one pumper
we got-
with machine.
aw.
Defend your spot.
Fade and razor long, okay. Saw fade there. Please don't spam me.
Oh, nice.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
She didn't die! Oh my god! The swordie failed me. I didn't click again. I thought I had it.
Reloading.
So funny.
Reloading.
I will take back what is mine.
So where are you currently in Diamond?
Diamond 1, like, I think 40 RR at the moment or something.
Okay. So you got some wiggle room. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good. That is good.
got lots of wiggle room. And it's okay, because even if I fall back flat 3, it's already happened like 4 times.
Oh, I mean, I get it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the hardest part about ranking up is like the division placements, right? Once you rank up, it takes like 3, 4, 5 times to actually get back to like.
Yeah. Oh, one flanking.
Planted.
Go ahead. Smoke deep like that.
They found my trap.
Oh, 1 heaven? Question mark? Yeah, heaven.
Oh.
One less.
Oh, hello. Where's this guy then?
One
Could have gone
enemy
around.
remaining.
Oh,
Oh,
there he is.
there we go.
Last player standing.
I thought the Reyna was watching me.
Did you
I thought
hear
the
her?
Reyna was watching- No, I was like, oh,
I see.
oh my god, I was like, I should be safe because I saw the map.
Because,
The Reyna was watching me,
yeah.
right? And I was like, maybe that's just my Reina or something, because I was like, he's got my crossfire, right? But he,
These guns
and I was like,
That's
bro,
No offense.
bro.
Yeah, that's another one that I don't know why. This is something I've noticed with a lot of players is audio is really, really important. Whether it's like communicating it or just reacting to it. So being able to like, so for example, there you heard her like jumping through U-Haul and then running around the truck.
Yeah.
It's like turning
I
and
heard
looking
her-
in that direction.
Yeah, I heard her running through there, and I was like, I'm just gonna go try to get behind her, right? I was
Yeah.
like, in case maybe she doesn't pass through the truck, because like my thought process at that moment was like, okay, Reina's watching, so like, you know, Reina will kill her if she were to like go there or something, right? Because she's got to clear some corners, and I was like, Reina's got me. I can try to go from behind, and that way, you know, she's sandwiched.
Yeah.
But I'm so sad.
It's all good. It happens.
Plant the spike.
Planting.
Wow, that was aggressive, Sky.
One enemy remaining.
Alright, we're just pushing through.
We're just going for it, I guess. Holy.
Oh, okay, 80 healing.
Last player standing.
All good.
All good, all good.
All good, all good. So who do you like to play on Pearl? This is a new map.
Yeah, it's a Sage.
Sage? Oh, okay, okay. Not bad. I think either Chamber or Sage is a good choice. You know, it's very,
Oh,
very
for sure.
easy to play.
Mm.
I like it. Pearl's one of my new favorite maps.
I don't know if I like the map yet. I'm still getting used to everything.
I gotcha, I gotcha. I think for me, I play a lot of lurking roles, so for me it's like a paradise, right? I can just like walk through things and find free kills that other people would be like, why are you here? You're in my spawn. It's like not even 20 seconds in the game. Like, well, you left this open.
Bomb buddy out.
Very fun.
Grenade. Satchel out.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
Spike down B.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
Last player
Oh, that's a
standing.
judge. Oh no.
Oh, this is
Just having a good time. It's okay.
Oh my.
It's unrated. I would do this too if I was playing Rita.
Holy cow.
My city needs me. I can't be away for long. Let's end this quickly.
Oh,
I can buy you if you want me to buy you. I'm just
oh,
also.
thank you. Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll take
let's
it.
go.
Free gun. Let's go.
Yes. Free gun.
Chamber's
Free gun.
so good. Oh my god.
He is. I love him.
Character's so insane. Hoping they nerf him soon, but we'll see.
They already nerfed him by taking away one of his little what you call it?
Yeah, but I think allowing
hole.
him. Oh, you know what? I've just realized I've been playing with 70 ping this
One
whole time,
enemy
and I'm like, why
remaining.
are some of my shots not hitting? It's Mercury in California.
Last one backside. He's U-Haul.
Yeah, I'll blind him. Hold on.
Still in sight.
Oh my.
Now, as a Sage player, hold on. This is something we have to go over. Do you know how to crouch jump on top of Sage
No.
walls that are placements?
No,
Probably.
not crouch jump. No, I don't know how to
Okay,
do that.
okay.
That's something I've been wanting to practice actually.
We can go over that after this. Aiko, hello.
Yes, yes, I
Hello.
love that.
Yeah. It's very. It's one of those things that's like hard to do, but once you get it once, you can do it over and over again. Like it's no problem.
Can you buy me?
Yeah. Sorry.
Merci.
Take it. No worries, no worries.
Bomb buddy out.
Aiko, how are you? Hi. Hi.
Joke's over! You're dead!
MTP. I'm blinded.
Oh.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Face your fear!
That's from Be Long. Sage was in Hookah. Okay, there's one more there then.
We can fight. Oh, I see her.
Spike is down.
Oh, not again.
Spike down, B.
Phoenix killed.
I am doing well. I'm chilling. How was your vacation? I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you had a phantasmerific time. That's what I hope you had. As you deserve it, girl. Damn, you're so hardworking. It's crazy.
My mouse hit my.
It's crazy. I'm sitting here. I'm like, you know, I'm a gamer. I'm a coach. But I'm like, oh my god, I could do so much.
I'm going A.
It's very nice and very neat. I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, good for you. I'm glad. Glad you had a good time.
30 seconds left.
When's your vacation? My vacation's actually coming up in August, like the second week of August, third week of August. I'm going on my own vacation with my family. It's gonna be fun.
I hear them.
It's one CT.
Spike planted.
Probably in U-Hauls where Cypher is. Okay, never mind. He's seven. He is 1 point. Oh,
Oh, how did he get this in?
One enemy
oh
remaining.
my god, right now. Okay.
Yo. That was a nice try.
So funny. But yeah, my vacation's in August. I'm very
Hey,
excited.
yeah, how did he get through flanks? I had my trap there. It
Um,
was like kill me. It was the Fade that killed me.
where did we see Phoenix?
Phoenix went through teleporter or TP, but died to TP.
He could have just like
It seems
ran
these
past it and maybe you
traitors want me
didn't hear the audio cue or something, or
dead. They're not so first.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, because I would have heard it. I'm usually really good when it comes to like knowing if someone's flanking us.
Excuse me. Oh, he might have teleported. Through like
The Fade?
through like the showers
yeah, he might
CP.
oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
And then went from showers into short.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would make the most sense. So I think I did hear a TP, but
That does.
I
Okay, that was a Reyna that TP'd earlier. That's what I heard for the Reyna. So that's why I was like, huh. Nice. Okay, they have the he has a bomb.
oh my god, that's lagging. Forgot. Once again, I'm not on low ping. I hit ego check everyone. It's fine. It's fine.
One enemy remaining.
Now, the weirdest part about Valorant netcoding is that, so obviously low ping is really good, right? Like low ping anywhere from like, you know, 10 to like 30 or 40 is perfectly fine. Once you hit like 50 or 60, performance starts going down. But then as soon as you hit 100 plus, you actually have advantage when swinging people. It's really
Wait,
weird.
what ping do you use? Or what server do you say?
I try to permanently queue either Texas or Illinois. Because not only do those servers have the best network encoding, but they also have and they also have like the best uptime, but they usually tend to have the better players, especially in like higher elo, because all the pro players play on that server, because whenever they're playing in competitions and stuff, they queue Texas because it's the most central. So everyone has good ping to those servers, right? Or generally do. Excuse me.
Hawk out. Seek them out. Grenade. Found one. Satchel out.
Face your fear!
Healing over here.
Okay.
I can't hear anything.
All set up.
One down.
Oh, okay.
Reloading.
We hear one hookah. Oh,
Saw one
what's
backside. Yeah.
Yep. I'm leaving.
Bonk. Good call.
Hawk out.
No one's there, Sky. No one's there. And you have a trip unless they, you know, walled it off. Okay, they did
Yep,
not. One flanking, one heaven.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
Spike planted.
Oh.
Still heaven. One's coming short behind you.
Is someone short?
Yeah. Nice try, nice try.
There you go.
Wait until I blind them to strike.
Oh, okay, okay. Alright, let's see what I can do here. I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna go like this. And then I'm just gonna make some fun plays. We're gonna try our best.
See it. Let's see it.
Let's see it, let's see it. Go like this. We're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna go like that. And then once that lands, we're gonna go like this.
Once U-Haul. Phoenix U-Haul.
Yep.
Oh, let's go.
Excuse me. So essentially what I did there is I blinded him so that he couldn't hear me, and then I ulted behind him. So I guess the Cypher was there as well.
Oh, last one was back.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, get the ace. Get the ace.
I do not know where the last one is. CT, I guess.
There he is. There he is. Yeah, he's CT. Go get the ace. Let's go.
Let's go.
Attackers win.
Worthless dead fools. Hold on to
We
this
got
moment.
it.
We can't stop here.
Did it. Oh my god.
Nice. Alright, so let's go to a custom game. I'm gonna set up the map real quick to split. Go ahead and go here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. But I'm gonna set it up so that way you can practice real quick. I'll show you how to do it, and I'll
Okay.
set you free. And maybe we'll see if you have it by the time I
Wait,
get back.
can we go to what's the icebox instead? Actually.
For jumping on top of the wall?
Yeah, jump on top of wall. Oh, actually, yeah, because
What part on an icebox can you jump?
this
I'm trying to
one
think.
on B site for defenders. Is that the top of like the when you go through kitchen? I think that's one there.
Go through Interesting. I don't actually know if I've ever seen that one. You have to show me, but for now we'll stick with this one because this one's like the most static. Because technically you're not jumping on top of the wall. There's a box. You know the box in mid? You can jump on top of that box, and that's a really good way to practice how to get on top of it. Here, let's see.
Sage, I'll teach you how to
Already, I'm gonna
control
go
my sick.
this.
If you teach me how to raise the dead. Fair trade, I reckon. My ult's ready.
Then we'll go like
30 seconds
this,
left.
and we'll go like that.
Continue to
We'll
win.
zoom to mid. Alrighty, so this box in middle here, you can actually jump on top of from this ledge, like this. So
Wait.
how you do it is you essentially there's this little lip here, right?
Yeah, it's a little
And
bit too.
yeah, from this lip, if you jump and as soon as you leave the ground, start crouching. Once you hit this box, if you let go, you'll get pushed on top. So
Wait. Wait, I'm confused. So you said you jump and then jump and crouch at the same time?
yeah, well, so you jump and then as soon as you like let go, you like hold crouch. So I use scroll, right?
Okay.
So as soon as I
use
scroll up,
too.
I start holding crouch as soon as I left the ground.
Scroll up.
And then once you hit the box, you want to let go of crouch.
Oh, just hit the box, let go, catch. Okay.
Easier way to make it like you can get on top. Whoops. Yeah, just come to the other side of the wall if you can.
Oh, that's right. It goes.
There you go.
Oh.
Got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this little ledge, right? You just go from the ledge and then you crouch and let go of crouch as soon as you hit the box. It should push you up as long as you're still holding W.
Okay, okay, wait. Oh wait.
Close, close. The biggest part is make sure you're jumping from this ledge. So like this little lip here. If you don't have that little lip elevation, I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard. But once you get it and you know the feel for it, you can do it literally pretty much every time. The hardest part is like letting go of crouch, right? Because you don't want to let go too soon. You want to like let go as soon as like you're either about to touch it or as soon as you hit it. So. Oops. There we go.
Hello.
And the reason why I'm showing you on this map, because this is the most controlled environment. In other maps, it's a lot more random on when you can actually do it. But the idea is if you see a box that's like, you can barely see the top, you can usually, oh, you got it. There you go.
I did it.
You did it. And now that you know that feeling, you should be able to get it again. Because once you know the feeling for you, you're like, okay, I know how that works. Biggest part is jumping from this little ledge. Close. Now, funny, of all my students, you're actually like the third person of like 20 I've taught that have actually gone into stamp. So to put it in perspective, it's hard. It's hard.
It's really hard.
It's not a easy thing to pull off. You got it once, so you can do it again.
Thank you. I'm doing great.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom, and when we get back, I'll check your progress.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Have you gotten it again since that?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I can close. Like I get stuck on the box and like, is it like, do we just click and click off like immediately, right?
Yeah. Yep. So you like hold crouch, and as soon as you hit the box, you let go.
Oh, but we jump and hold crouch and then let go.
Yeah, you hold crouch the whole way until you hit the box.
Oh.
There you go. Oh. Okay, that helped. That helped.
I was doing it wrong this entire time.
Well, that helped. No, okay, let's see if we can do it again.
Alright. Oh wait. Okay.
Okay.
I got this. Oh. Yes, okay, I got this.
I believe.
Okay, right. So, jump, hold. No. Okay.
I think the issue you're having right now is you're not leaving from the ledge. So if you want, I'm gonna throw a wall like this. And just come from like an angle like where I am. You can come from here and like run along it and then like strafe jump onto it.
Okay.
So you're actually like leaving from that ledge. I can also just throw a wall behind you so you're like permanently on that ledge if you go to the back. That way you can just like jump from the ledge.
Okay, let's see. Oh,
all good. Yeah, so now like you can just like permanently run along the ledge without having to worry about falling off.
I got
You got twice. You got twice. That's good. That's good. The more you get it down, the easier it is to do over and over again. Yeah, so right now you're leaving, you're jumping from like off of it over here. It's like the biggest thing, you can technically do it without moving as long as you just like stand on this and you like hold W like once you leave like when you jump. So you have a little bit of momentum. So I'll make sure you're like on the ledge, right? That's a little harder.
I
though.
have to feel. Don't worry, I got it. Wait. Okay.
As soon as you feel your character go up.
Yeah, I get the feeling when I go up.
There you go. Let's go.
Yeah!
Alrighty, cool. Alright. You've gotten it 3 times. 3rd time's the charm. Let's go and leave this match. We're gonna head to Breeze first because that's the confirmed one I know that you can do. I do not know the one you're talking about, so you have to show me. We'll go to Breeze first. And this one is
no, never mind. Not that part. It's probably not on Icebox. I don't.
Okay.
I think I was thinking something else.
Okay.
I am both shield and sword.
So who do you play on Icebox usually? Or excuse me, Breeze.
Breeze, Sage as well.
Okay, cool. So it's actually something that you can take note of because you do play Sage. This is actually pretty funny to watch, especially with the silence. That's funny. That's funny. My chat was celebrating.
I can't lock in Sage.
Oh no, you can play something else. I'm sorry. I can.
Okay.
Because I just wanted to put the specific one. If you want to, once the game starts, go to cheats and scroll all the way down to the bottom. And there's like a little thing that says like select agent for next round.
Okay.
And just select Sage and I'll restart the round.
Sounds good.
Cool. Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
They're scared. I don't need cameras.
My ultimate is ready.
My ultimate is ready.
There we go. And then I'll go like
30
this.
seconds left.
Fight.
Perfect.
Continue to fight. Continue to win.
All right. So when you're coming out of A, what is the wall you throw for like, let's say if you're trying to plan on A?
This up. Oh my.
Oh, by the way, if you want to go to cheats at the very top, it says key bindings. The letter J is not set to anything. So what you can do is you can click that ghost thing and just set to J, and now you can just fly whenever you click it.
Neat. Thank you.
Yeah,
so I like to do this. I like to wall this off.
Barrier created.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, I've actually never seen that one. That is good. That is good.
Thank you. And then yeah, either that or sometimes like if I'm playing offensively, if I'm like over here, I like to wall this off and kind of like keep them here.
So the most common Sage wall I see that a lot of players do is they'll throw this one, right?
No, I hate that one.
I hate this one too, but this is where this tech comes in, because you can jump on top of this wall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you're from the attacking side or defending side technically, and this wall is up, you can jump on top of it with the crouch jump. But this time you don't need to like worry about a ledge as long as you're on like the same level. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I did it.
There you go.
I didn't even get the hang of it.
Yeah. It's very useful because there's a lot of times that there are boxes and stuff that are like this.
Here.
You can actually jump on top of. The whole idea is as long as you can see like the top of the wall from ground level, you should be able to jump on top of it
Barrier created.
with that tech.
Okay.
So for example, like these boxes you can't jump on top of because they're higher than your head level. And this one you don't have to worry about jumping really far away because there's no like lip, right? So you can just jump right on top of it even if you're like close range, as long as you like crouch and like go
at the perfect timing.
Oh.
Thank you.
I was trying to reset.
So do you, when you scroll wheel, do you scroll and crouch at the same time?
So I do hold on, so let's see. I'm thinking about it. No, so I scroll and then immediately like as I scroll I crouch. It's like
Okay,
it's like
so-
like a slight delay.
Slight delay. Okay, so
Yeah.
1, 2, 2.
Almost had it.
1, 2.
Kind of went on top. You're so close, your model's bugging out.
This is so much harder than expected. Oh, I almost got up there. I almost got up there. I felt it, but then I fell off.
Yeah. You just gotta keep holding W. That's like the biggest thing, because that keeps your momentum going onto it. You know. The one bad part about this wall though is that like, you know, you can technically shoot over it. That's why this is like a bad sage wall, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone's like, you know,
That's
chilling.
why I don't. Yeah, I just don't ever wall it off. Because for me, I just like this wall behind here better, because usually they can't see it, and then they don't expect me to be up here.
True,
and I'm just
true.
like,
and you can like sit like
you know?
really far back on it, so you can like chill in the corner. Very, very
exactly. Then yeah, but
cool.
cat. Oh my god, this is difficult.
This wall actually, the one I placed, you can't jump over. This one's because you can't see the top. This is like a better one. Now the reason why you can do it, you see if you look down in the water, there's actually a gap below the wall. So technically I walled like a little bit on the ledge. If you wall like in the water like that, you can jump over this one. So another thing to ask. So how much do you play Sage? Obviously you play a decent bit, right?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay. So you do know how to prevent the box, like why the Sage wall breaks when you wall, right?
It's because like was it your head like hits the
Yeah.
thing above?
Yeah. So you have some form of collision that as you're going up, and it'll force the wall to break. Now with that in mind, there's some spots that if you wall backwards, I think you can get things that you know, like are off of an angle. So there used to be one on the old breeze. The boxes that were here, they called it triple before they remade it. You can actually like jump place the wall and it would bring you up. So like right here, oops, that's not it. Don't break this box. There's some boxes like this. But if you jump and you can see the pattern on the top, if you like look down as you jump onto it, you can wall yourself up like that. Oh, it broke, but
sorry, it broke because I was
oh no,
underneath
it's
it.
fine, it's fine. Yeah. Here, let me take this. There are a couple spots like this, but if you can see the pattern below you as you jump, you can like jump place it and it'll bring you up with it. So there's a bunch of different places that you can use that to actually like throw yourself in crazy off angles. There's another wall you can technically crouch jump on. I don't think you need to do anything special for this one. You just need to hold crouch for this. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know about player boosting to get into higher levels? Okay. I think there's a spot on Breeze over here that you can do it.
Oh, player boosting. You mean like when someone wants you to like crouch and
yeah,
like,
to like get them up higher. Here, actually, this box over here can work. Do you know how to do it?
No, I don't. Well, for the teammate, I just crouch like this.
Yeah. Well, so actually, the idea is the person that wants to go up is the one that's in the corner. And the other person that wants to get boosted is on, or that wants to help boost them is on the outside.
Here.
Essentially, let's say you come to the outside here. You have to like crouch and basically just like walk into me. And as that happens, because you can't jump on another player. So here, go ahead and sit in the corner real quick.
Okay.
Here.
And I'm gonna come up next to you. And now just start like jump crouching, right? Or like just holding crouch and jumping. Or you can even spam it to go faster. Maybe not this angle here. So make sure you're like in the corner, like moving towards the box.
Okay.
The idea is that you start getting player collisions like that. Yep. And then you can go on top. Now this works in other spots. So for example, this one right here. You come over here. That is a very, very, oh my god, what an off angle. Okay. So walk forward into that wall and start crouch jumping.
Oh,
And now you can get up there without having to use the stage wall.
so nice. I love that.
Yep. So to do it for someone else, all you have to do is like crouch behind them as they like, and like walk into them as they jump. So like, oh, hold on, let me make sure I'm center here. Back up a little bit because I got pushed off the side. There we go.
Alright.
Please, please.
You
It's
pushed off
fine.
the
It's fine.
center.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. But it works for you, so you see how it works. You can do that with
I
a
get it,
bunch
I
of
get it.
different spots. Yeah.
That's so cool.
As long as it's like about head level, you can do it.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
But you can get into crazy, crazy, crazy spots. So for example, like on Bind, you know the boxes outside of showers? You can get onto the top of the boxes without being like somebody who can teleport. Or like updraft. So if you're not playing Omen or Jet or like anyone else who has like a jump like Raze, you can get up there with like player boosting. So here, I can just boost you up again.
That's
Oh, I pushed you off.
that's what happened when there we go.
There we go.
Yay!
Nice. I think the key for boosting somebody up there is like getting onto like the side. But another thing, like I said earlier, if you're playing Sage, all you have to do is technically look down and jump, and you can place a wall like that and go up. No, I don't think you can do it from this one. No, you can't. Unfortunately, it's too high. You can for this one though.
Oh, that's nice. You just nice.
Crazy, crazy walls. Now, my favorite Sage wall on defense on this map is doing this. Because if you make it so it doesn't show through the half wall over here, they can't see this end part. So you can actually just like sit on top of the wall, and it's a crazy mean headshot angle. Yeah, let's break this wall slowly. Nice. So just make sure that the tip of it doesn't stick out behind, like on the front, and you just like, yep, wall like that. And so you don't jump up. Look, if you come here, you just like hold the corner of the box.
I see it.
It's like, I don't know if you're looking at my screen, but
Oh wait, I'm looking right now. Oh yeah.
that is really, if I'm just walking, you know, I don't know you're there. That's like super hard to notice
hard
unless
to
I
see,
see
yeah.
the wall there. So the whole idea is you want to make sure that the stage wall over here is like further back. That way they can't see it when they swing. But yeah, you can do some nasty stuff with that.
That's so nice.
You can also chamber TP on top of there.
That's true. That's very true.
Very fun. Oh, cool. Like if it's like that, I think you won't be able to see.
Oh.
Let's see. Yeah, I can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it. Okay. So like 2 walls down. Okay, I see where I'm going. All right.
Very handy.
That's so nice. You taught me a new wall placement
Heck
now.
yeah.
My stage on Breeze. Because like when I go to for A, I like to play A on with Sage on Breeze.
Do you just wall off a main, or do you like throw a
I
wall
throw
like
a
this?
wall up. Yeah, I use
Okay.
this only like once or twice. And I usually come with my teammate to watch the doors for me.
Okay.
So if they were to push out just a Viper wall here, I can see over the Viper wall.
That's true.
And I get some nice picks and everything. And after I get a pick, I kind of just fall back down my wall. And
Now
I just...
you can actually throw it over more if you throw it on the edge of the box, like I just did here, and you can see into to cave from the spot.
Oh, what? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Break
here,
this, break this.
yeah. Cool.
Okay, let me try this. So you said
So you want
like...
to throw it like on the edge of the box, like as far over to the like the left as you can. As long as it's like under you. Yeah. Now if you walk out to the corner,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
you can like see in.
Yo, that's nasty.
So, you know, if people are like, you know, clearing like this and they're like this, you're going to be, not only are you at a further back off angle, but, you know, most people don't like think immediately to like clear up top.
Yeah, clear up
No,
top.
I'm
Yeah.
just like, you know, I'm walking. It's like, oh, dang. Okay, there's a person there.
Yes. Oh my god, that's nice.
And if you
That's so
also want to
nice.
make it even worse, if your Viper is playing on A, common wall that you can do is like just wall either like straight across like this. I'm going to actually switch to Viper so I can show you what I'm talking
30 seconds left.
about. Let me ghost over. So I'll show you the two I like to throw if I'm playing defense on A.
Alright, let me see it.
So I'll throw this one because this one closes off mid, right? So that they can swing out the door. And if I don't throw that one, then usually I'll just do something that's like straight across like this. But if the Viper wall's like that and you happen to have your Sage wall up in the corner like that, you should be able to see over it. Excuse me. So for example, if I put the wall up, you should just be like barely able to, maybe in like some
no,
spots.
I can't.
No? Okay.
No.
From here,
It's just
yeah.
like right here. Yeah, from here I can.
That makes it
Up here.
even harder to even harder because if you have like such a small shot, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
so nice. And then another wall that I like to do, it's for pistol round only though. Like the first pistol round to become A, I'll like do a wall like this.
Oh, and sit in the corner.
Yeah, sit in the corner. And then I
Um,
have my friend bait them for me over here and just like
nice.
giggle peek. And I'm just like, alright.
The one thing with this is make sure you place it closer because if you see, like, if I'm over here, I can technically see you through the corner here.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So want to be careful with that.
And then let's see what other walls. Oh yeah, the other wall is double doors. I just like to wall off double doors sometimes, and if like what I do sometimes is like up here.
Oh
and just
yeah.
hide in this little
Oh
corner.
yeah. I love that spot.
Because you'll see it's walled off here, and I'll just be like,
Yeah, that's
you won't check
awesome spot. There's some other fun walls that you can do. Walling off elbow is always pretty good.
I love this one here. This one right here is really nice.
Yeah, you wall off elbow
I
and then
I could see right here.
yeah. I think the only problem is, you know, if they come from over here and then
they come from over here, yeah.
oh, I didn't even
It's so
think about the elevation from this one.
Yep.
That's fun.
It's so good.
That's fun.
Another fun wall here. And then for the wall on B, I usually don't do much on B, but you taught me something new, so I'm happy about this one here.
Yeah.
Because usually what I do is I'll wall this off, I'll slow it for the team, I'll hide here, and then the next round I'll hide in this corner here.
Ooh, okay.
And then I just move around so that way they don't. And then next
Nice.
one I'll like go up here and I'll
Yeah.
kind of just like peek them from
I
like
think
right here.
technically, I think you can also wall back the back wall here, and you might be able to like crouch hold a headshot angle. I'm
Let
not
me
entirely
see.
sure if it goes too high, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, it goes too high. Never mind. So I was thinking, like, dang, you might be able to get something crazy.
Oh, you can't go up here.
Oh,
Oh,
I think it's because you didn't jump. So make sure you
Oh.
you jump place it.
oh. Oh, wait, okay.
That bugged out.
That did.
The easiest way is if you come up close here. Let me go ahead and break this. Jump looking like down while being against it, and then click, and it should push you up. There you go.
Yo.
Now you have
That's so
crazy high
nice.
angle.
Crazy
And
angle.
and if you wall like this, you can technically drop back here and be
Yeah.
safe behind it. And when it breaks, or you know, if you're holding for somebody to come over here, you can
That's so nice.
yeah. Big off angles.
I need to go eat some food, so I'm gonna take
No,
like a
me
10-minute
too.
break. If that's okay.
No, that's fine. I mean, I think this is all that we have, really.
Oh,
So,
okay, sweet.
perfect,
Thank
perfect.
you so much, Ru, for
Absolutely.
like coaching me and this. Like, this is I learned a lot from this. Like, I've learned
Glad.
so much, and I feel like this is gonna help a lot. So thank
I'm
you.
glad.
Ru.
Of course. Best of luck in your future games.
Oh, I'm gonna comp after this.
Oh, okay. Then
After
here,
I'm done eating.
Let
Yeah,
me-
I'm just taking a 10-minute break from stream, and then we're just gonna go into
Perfect.
comp.
let me go ahead and do this then. Bam. Get that going. And then, cause I want to watch. I want to see. I can
Oh,
throw any tips or tricks. Alright, so click
Aw, thank
this.
you.
You're welcome. We'll do that.